The View has found a new formula for success. Pretend to be offended at things that no one else cares about. The video you're about to watch is a perfect example of a show quickly losing relevance, frantically clawing to make a mountain out of a molehill. Let's watch this and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Can you help with the efforts to overturn the 2020 election results?
Oh, God.
Next question.
You support additional aid to
You've asked your question. You asked your question. Go away.
Oh my God!
By the way, who is that?
Okay, I found Virginia Foxx for North Carolina.
North Carolina?
She's a nasty little woman.
She's the meanest Republican.
I looked up there and I saw her say "shut up," and I said,
That's so
right
rude.
away, the words of this are like another example of what people we can't say "shut up" in my house.
No.
Like, my toddlers
by the
don't
way,
say "shut up."
It's a lack of decorum, and it's beneath the dignity of that
Sonny,
office
she gets
that
richer.
holds.
Look, I don't need to defend or criticize Virginia Foxx for something as inconsequential as this, but it is actually a common trope I've seen on The View to tie banal words and statements into an anti-Republican talking point. It may not be Donald Trump this time, but the new Speaker Mike Johnson. He's been a major target of the MSM for his alleged election denial when he's made clear his position on the matter several times through both his words and actions. And by the way, The View can stop pretending that Virginia Foxx's words are any more of an attempt to obfuscate the truth than what Whoopi Goldberg herself just said this August. Here is her literally saying the Republicans should shut up about Hunter Biden's laptop. That is the real equivalence, and that's the shut up that is actually a threat to democracy and justice.
The laptop, unfortunately, from what I've seen and read, there are pictures of him nude.
Yes.
There are pictures of him with women and doing drugs and with guns.
This is what I want. I want them to shut up about it then. Go after him for whatever you want. You know, it's not going to stop y'all from going after Biden.
But apparently that flies by like a breeze, and we are all supposed to be preoccupied with offense over the same words by an 80-year-old representative.
Because that is unacceptable, and that little nasty lady in the front needs to get out of office.
Yeah,
so her saying "shut up" to the people reporters, out.
It's beneath the dignity of the office.
You're bordering on elder abuse.
You know what? Sorry, not to interrupt, Sonny. That is what most online trolls end up looking like. You end up finding out they're a grandmother, they're on the school council, they work in their churches.
And they always say,
that is always what they look.
They always say, "And I love God." And then they
always
do
say
that.
I know The View is obviously an echo chamber, but it's really something to see the panel follow the tone set by Whoopi Goldberg. And why did Sunny Hostin have to bring in Virginia's religion? What does that even have to do with anything apart from simply adding to the Christian MAGA racist image of Republicans so prevalent among young Democrats? Anyone that has ever found the time or patience to sit through an episode of The View knows the gaslighting often done to religious people, whether it be this or a topic like abortion, where even sounding rational arguments by people are steamrolled in the media by that person's religious beliefs.
One question for you, because you might know the answer. When they're clapping, like yelling, shut up and be quiet.
Just Virginia Foxx.
No, all of them.
No, all of
They
them.
were booing, but
But does that mean that they are proud of being election deniers, or are they saying we're not? I can't figure it out.
Honestly, in the House, it's almost a prerequisite. It's a requirement. Most senators
So
voted
don't
to.
question this? Is that what that means?
That's essentially what they're saying.
It reminds me of
But
Trump
here's
wanting to get
what
rid of the
happens.
press.
Yeah.
We are going to question it, and there's nothing you can do, Virginia, or any of the rest of you people. Listen, this is our right to know.
Yep.
We know what's going on. We see what's happening. We're listening to you. Don't tell people to shut up.
What is interesting is that Whoopi Goldberg is not the only one. Joy Behar is a close second on the panel in losing herself to partisan irrationality in attacking Trump, and now Mike Johnson. Mike has been at the center of this media trial for his alleged election denial in late October, before being elected Speaker of the House, but that is a complete injustice to Mike Johnson's actual views on the matter, which are a lot more nuanced and democratic than Joy gives him credit for. Despite the fact that he's expressed clear doubts about the integrity of the election, which he's allowed to do whether you agree with it or not, he's also repeatedly said that he believes in the peaceful transfer of power as well as the democratic process. At the time, he even stated clearly in 2020 that he did not support the use of violence to challenge the election results. None of that sounds remotely like a denial in any sense that would actually matter. because his personal and political views remain in the ambit of the law. In fact, Mike Johnson has even voted to censor Donald Trump in the wake of January 6th, in what was a clear departure from what many people expected from him. He was one of the 10 Republicans to do so. No matter which side you're on, the least you can do is appreciate someone standing firm on the principles. Honestly, the more I watch the MSM, the more I think they are out to see the worst in people they don't align with, adding to the polarization that we end up seeing today. But of course, a repository of all ill-informed leftist takes like The View has an audience to feed. I'm sure you know of how fast the show's losing ratings despite entering its 27th season now. I think it's actually a microcosm for what we are seeing play out on a larger scale in the entire media as they devolve into irrelevance and lose the trust of the audience. They get more desperate than ever to prevent that downward spiral, and it's just a fact. Young people with new dynamic ideas just are not interested in watching the same few people serve the same old takes.